Hi friends, welcome to my channel, Ashman's Golden Chest of Stories. So today I'm going to continue stories from our mythology called the Dash Avatar, meaning 10 incarnations of Lord Vishnu. So I will tell you about each avatar in every upcoming episode. Friends, before I start, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Lord Vishnu is one of the Hindu trinity that includes Brahma and Shiva. He is the supreme being who creates, protects and transforms the universe. He is depicted as sleeping on the coils of the serpent Adishesh, who represents time, floating in the primeval ocean of milk called Kshir Sagar with his wife goddess Lakshmi. Whenever the world is threatened with evil, chaos and destructive forces, Lord Vishnu descends in the form of an incarnation to restore the cosmic order and protect Dharam. Darshavatar are the 10 primary incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Today I will tell you about his third avatar, the Varaha avatar, the boar. The story of the Varaha avatar started in the Satyug with the Dwarpals, the doorkeepers of Lord Vishnu. Vaikunt was guarded by the two Dwarpals, namely Jai and Vijay. They both were dedicated devotees of Lord Vishnu and loved him with all their heart. Many people used to come to visit Lord Vishnu in Vaikunt, and it was Jai and Vijay's duty to allow every visitor in to see the Lord. They knew that Lord Vishnu's time was precious and could not be wasted. One day, Lord Brahma's 4 sons came to meet Lord Vishnu. Since the Lord was resting at that time, Jai and Vijay stopped them from entering the gates. Lord Brahma's sons got very angry and in return cursed the Dwarpals to be born as humans on earth. Jai and Vijay pleaded, but Lord Brahma's sons did not listen to them. Lord Vishnu heard everything but couldn't change what had happened. Jai and Vijay cried their heart out thinking about their separation from Lord Vishnu, but he assured them that the curse would soon be lifted. There were 2 ways of doing so. The first way was to be born 7 times by performing good deeds and praying to Lord Vishnu with sincere devotion. The second way was to become enemies of Lord Vishnu and attain salvation in just 3 lives. Jai and Vijay was shocked to hear about gaining salvation in just 3 lives, and that too by becoming the enemy of the Lord. How could that be true? Lord Vishnu laughed and explained them. It is because one thinks about one's enemies day and night, much more than one could think about one's friend. Similarly, true hatred will keep me in your heart at all times. This will be your path to attain salvation. For this, you must accept death from my hands in your human forms. They both immediately agreed as they could not be separated from Lord Vishnu for too long. During that period, the earth was not in a good condition. The people on earth were very sinful. They behaved badly, never lived in harmony and often fought with one another and sometimes with nature too. They used devastating weapons that trembled the earth. Seeing all this, Mother Earth prayed to Lord Vishnu to protect and save her. She prayed, "O Lord, if it continues like this, I shall not be able to sustain life anymore. Please come and save all of us." The great sages on the earth also felt that if important measures were not taken at the earliest, the planet Earth would be lost forever. So they performed a great yagna to please Lord Vishnu. Meanwhile, both the doorkeepers were soon born as brothers named Hiranyakashyap and Hiranyaksh. Hiranyaksh was a great devotee of Lord Brahma and worshipped him for many years. In return of this penance, Lord Brahma gave him a boon that no god, human, asura, devta or beast would kill him. Hiranyaksh gave a list of animals which should not be able to defeat him. Lord Brahma accepted his wish. However, he forgot to mention the boar as an animal in his list. After receiving the boon, Hiranyaksh started harassing the people on earth as he believed he was immortal. Day by day, his powers grew, and so did his torture on the people. He was so strong that Mother Earth trembled when he walked, and the sky cracked and thundered when he shouted. He soon started harassing the Devtas and took over Indra's heaven. The Devtas had to hide in the caves on earth, and Hiranyaksh could not find them. To display his strength to the three worlds, Hiranyaksh grabbed the earth and shook it so badly that it slipped from its axis. There are certain conditions in which the planets float as weightless balls in the air. As soon as these conditions are disturbed, the planets may fall down in the Garbhodak Ocean, which covers half of the universe. The Garbhodak Ocean is a vast cosmic ocean of dark matter at the bottom of each parallel universe in our Vedic cosmology. It contains the main ingredients for the creation of the universe. As the earth was detached from its weightless condition, it dropped down at the bottom of the Garbhodak Ocean. This ocean is 2,49,800,000 yojans deep. This was exactly what the demon wanted. Lord Vishnu, being the preserver, he had to fulfill Mother Earth's prayer. He had to put the earth back in a place and protect the three worlds from the terror of the demon. As Lord Brahma meditated, a tiny boar emerged from his nostrils. The boar started growing bigger and bigger as a mountain. As Hiranyaksh had forgotten to mention boar as one of the animals which could kill him, Lord Vishnu took the form of the Varaha boar. Lord Vishnu's Varaha boar avatar threw out a terrifying roar. He dived into the Garbhodak Ocean, where Hiranyaksh had hidden the Mother Earth. He reached the other end of the ocean and discovered the earth in its depths. Lord Varaha dug his tusk into the ocean bed and lifted Mother Earth onto it. As he was rising towards the surface, Hiranyaksh saw this and rushed towards Lord with a mace in his hands and challenged Lord Vishnu to fight a battle with him. However, Lord Varaha paid no attention to Hiranyaksh and continued rising to the surface as he first wanted to get the earth back in place. As Lord Varaha lifted the earth from the ocean, 54 gems of spiritual peace, protection, healing, and co-creative power floating in the ocean were drawn into the earth as it was rising upward. These 54 gems were said to be the size of the elephants. The gems contain the powers of all Vedic mantras. They have the ability to create everything a person desires, as well as powerful healing energies. While lifting the planet, Hiranyaksh tried to create a disturbance in the methodical functions of the Lord, so his end was destined. Hiranyaksh went closer with his weapon, but the boar went faster, taking the earth with him. Hiranyaksh became very angry and kept shouting to return the earth. The earth began trembling, seeing Hiranyaksh. Finally, just before Hiranyaksh attacked, Lord Varaha placed the earth back in its axis. He then turned to face Hiranyaksh. The boar and Hiranyaksh fought each other for a long time with their mace. Hiranyaksh realized that he was getting tired and was still nowhere close to defeating the boar. The tired Hiranyaksh was left with no energy. He fell over his head, and that's when Lord Varaha killed the tyrant demon with his hands and pierced his body with his tusks. With his last breath, Hiranyaksh realized it was none other than Lord Vishnu in front of him. after his death, the Devtas got their place in heaven. This way, Lord Vishnu, in his Varaha avatar, demolished Hiranyaksh and saved Mother Earth. Hope you enjoyed this story. See you soon in my next episode with another exciting story from my golden chest. Till then, keep well and keep safe. This is me, Ashman Garg, signing off. Ciao.